Hi everyone, welcome to Daily Revelations. This is a weekday podcast that you can join in on. We cover one Bible chapter a week, and this week we're studying Daniel 2. And so we are on day 2 of our study, and on day 2 we use precept methods. Yesterday was kind of an overview. Now day 2 we kind of look at the different literary styles used within the text. So there was quite a few that I noted out. Not that that's what really led me to what I ended up really pressing on my heart, but that's kind of the way it works sometimes. So mine just had to do with circumstances. So I made a list though. Daniel uses storytelling. He uses the third person. He talks about himself as not himself. He talks about dreams and interpretations. He lists a prayer in there. He talks about future revelation. So there's all these things that are going on in this text that you can dig into independently. The thing that really caught me was the purpose of the prayer. And before the kind of how Daniel first approached God, before he got his answer and before he gave the prayer of thanks. And he prayed for God to give him compassion. And I'm thinking, here you are. The official that has come has told you that he's going to kill you. And unless you can tell the king his dream, then you're going to be put along with the rest of the wise men and sent out the door to be executed. And so instead of asking for wisdom, which is something that we often do when we get into sticky situations, we want to know how to get out, right? That's usually the best route as we think about it. But instead, Daniel asked God for compassion. That didn't really make much sense to me. But in the context of that, I haven't slept since about 2:30 in the morning because I've been dealing with an infection that has been painful. And my doctor didn't get back to me till just recently. Thus the reason for the late video. I didn't want to be answering a call in the middle of that. But I realized that as I was waiting and I was always praying and asking God just for him to answer my prayer, I needed a lot of compassion because my feelings, my emotions snuck in all the time. And I needed to ask forgiveness for that because it wasn't allowing me to see the situation the way God wanted me to see it. It was seeing it the way I wanted to. And I wanted the route out quickest. That's what I wanted, not the route that he said I need to take, which unfortunately means I have to wait till see the doctor tomorrow at 11. But I promise you, God will have compassion because I prayed for compassion. And just as he did on Daniel, he had compassion on Daniel and answered his prayer in a much bigger and wide-reaching way than he ever expected that this dream interpretation would take him. He talked about the coming Christ. He talked about kingdoms that would come and fall that hadn't even happened. And God wanted him to have the privilege of being able to share that in the context of this country that ruled the world at that time. So sometimes we just want the easy way out. And we ask God for wisdom to take that escape route. But the problem is we need to ask God to give us compassion instead of wisdom, because that will take us on the route that he wants us to go on, not the one we want. To get out of there quick. So thanks for joining me on Daily Revelations. I will join you again tomorrow, and we will continue the study of Daniel 2. Bye, everyone.